easy because I had to put a lot of shit on. But I just wanted to do a quick video, and at first I didn't know what was going on, and I wasn't going to say anything about this motherfucker at first, but I am now. However, people have been sending me all this shit like, bitch, you better look, bitch, you better look. And I'm like, what are they talking about? So anyway, I kept being forwarded something from this individual from a YouTube channel called Coffee and Kush TV. Coffee with a K, in, then Kush, like the weed Kush, I'm assuming, with a K, Kush TV. And I kept seeing my face plastered, and the video they had up, I just figured somebody did a print screen. Then somebody called me and was like, you better look, da-da-da-da-da. Okay. So just so happens sitting here, we're looking at it, and we were sitting like, what the fuck is going on here? And as I'm observing, we was reading, and I peeped, and he was basically insulting me. And he had intertwined me with the conscious and witchy community. And he was putting out there in the universe like as if I'm crazy or I'm speaking illogical. What was also very interesting, the ignorant motherfuckers that are in his comments who have no consciousness, no spirit, no nothing, had the audacity talking about somebody was a snitch and pointing out various energies. And I didn't even know who this person is, never heard of him, never had any issues. However, people have the right to say what they want to say, but I don't like people to pull my content and then try to break it down without context and content. They just have their own persona. And then when I looked at the whole thing, I said, oh, he's nothing but like an informant or a person that they put in place to talk shit about me. Who's angry? So I noticed a picture, kind of a poster, I don't know, in the back, on the back of his wall of Nipsey Hussle. So when I see that Nipsey Hussle energy, that tells me them motherfuckers are all connected and trying to have their place because they need to take Polite's place. So it's a battle on who wants to be in place. I'm not in on that. I'm not in on that. That's y'all business. I just speak about the energies. But where I became very insulted with this individual from Coffee and Kush TV, he basically downplayed what I do. You could call me a witch, you can call me whatever it is, but it's exactly what I explained to you guys what it is and what it ain't. It's a battle going on between the Boule and the lower level black Illuminati niggas, which it includes the whole conscious community. Okay? And there's a hater-rater jealousy with Boule. And there's a hater-rater energy that's returning back with the lower level Illuminati niggas. Because the older Boule and the elite energy of Boule look at things in a certain way. Educated, wealth, prosperity, wealth within the family, income, all. And the bottom line is that the lower level Illuminati niggas sit up and put like Al Sharpton and shit. I've done it myself. But I didn't realize that I was under ritual when I was talking shit about Al Sharpton and all, because that connects back to the church, okay? And you have to understand it's a battle, because if we have unconsciousness, which are the lower level Illuminati niggas, battling against the educated witches or the Boule witches, then they have an issue with their wealth, prosperity, and income, then we have to look at things differently. We have to look at why was the church removed? Why is that foundation gone? Why do you have all these energies in battle with each other? What the fuck is going on? Why do you have the lower level niggas, Illuminati niggas, that are gangster, that are hood, trying to pull down the Boule blacks into their world, or pull them down into third house, pull them down into lower level? Because though that I came across like that in that video, it was for a reason, and that was spirit. And the reason why that was spirit is because the spirit is what had me bring that video forth, talking about Alexis and talking shit and so on. Because ever since I've done that video, I've had so many people come forth to tell me real. I'm even in waiting to talk to someone in meeting in a minute to say, hey, she's lying about getting poisoned. That man didn't poison her with those herbs. I'm like, what the shits, what's the fuck? So that's that's coming soon. That's a lie with her. I don't, but with everybody else, that's what they say. They're saying that that story that she put on that dude, that because what I'm into, she fucked him. But when she is accusing him of poisoning her, that's a lie. So that I'm waiting to hear that energy right there. So much energies and frequencies have been coming up in reference to this whole thing. But the audacity of them low-life niggas who was talking in coffee and kush, it pulled me into an energy that I'm like, what the fuck? I don't even know this nigga. Like, why are you talking shit to me? Why did you come over here, take the content, but you don't know shit else what I do? You don't know the clients. You don't know how I'm in the community. You don't know how I help people. You don't know the traumas and energies that I go through, that I talk to. You don't know the work as me being a soldier for the spirit, for you to come in and try to tear me down, and I don't know you, nigga. But that's the day in the life of niggerish niggas. That's what niggas do. That's why I tell you people, stop fucking around with these niggerish niggas. And this new platform that they have now, it is called a nigga Illuminati. It is not Boule, because Boule is more sophisticated. It's a different, I'm just keeping it layman and keeping it right. It's a whole different type of witchery. It does not condone the behaviors of the lower level Illuminati niggas. Now, though that I may come across a certain way, but I am part of that society. That's the truth of it. I am part of that society. I've lived that society. Yes, I drink martinis and shit like that. That's just who I am, you know. I have a certain background. Yes, there's certain things that's happened to me. That's just fucking life. But it doesn't mean that I don't understand where I come from. And being in reality, I may have talked shit. I may have talked shit about my family. I may have talked shit about a lot of things. But in reality, the spirit behind it is that my mother's spirit is coming through. And she's coming through to say, this is who you are, woman. Okay? You are not these lower level Illuminati niggas. And most of you black people out here who have consciousness and spirit are not lower level Illuminati. You may talk about the Boule energy, just leave it at the door. But in the Boule energy, there's spirit, because spirit is with foundation. So the lower level Illuminati has basically pulled the rug under the energies of what they call the Boule. But the Boule has foundation. The lower Illuminati is just mad that they could not interact or get into that world, because most of them are not educated. They're educated about the prison system. They're educated without going to school. They come from a fucked up ass background. They don't have customs and culture. They don't know what it is to have wealth, money, prosperity, houses, property across the board. I mean, the bottom line is that from what my background is, my grandmother owned a house. She owned, a Victorian. She was in a club. They were Boule. They were all of this stuff. They had property in Napa and all this stuff. That's where I come from. My uncle is a psychologist. I have a cousin who's, in the energies of politics. I have another cousin who's, of course, a doctor, and an aunt that's a doctor. That's where the fuck I come from. I learned to go to school. My mother, went to school, was going to go to school to be an engineer, but, she took sick and died. That's where in the fuck I come from. Also come from entertainment energy. Where my brother had, you know, was writing music and shit that even in Amsterdam and more, he used to work for Sleeping Bag Records and all this shit. I come from this. Then my father's side of the family, they're interesting energy. I don't care, pimpology, whatever it is, but my father had dignity and more. And that family, the Banks family, had dignity because they from Houston, Texas, and there was dignity right there. So I come from a certain background. I understand what it is and what it ain't. I made a lot of decisions that could have been better. My mother was like, "Do you want to join Jack and Jill?" No. It's so, you know, so there are a lot of this. Well, Mary, do you want to go to this school? Do you want to go to, and I made a lot of decisions. So when I come across this way, it's only because of experience and so on, and being with certain men. But at the same time, I can flip mode. But I understand and I can see both sides of it. And I can see there's a hater-rater energy of what we call the lower level Illuminati with the Boule. This is black on black. And when I heard this Coffee and Kush TV and what they were saying about that video with Alexis, I said, that bitch is all intertwined in this shit, because I'm looking at the background. And I'm like, how the fuck are you gonna take my content, build your fucking narrative on it, but nigga, you don't know shit about me. You don't know my spiritual energy. You don't know my spiritual role, but then you intertwining me with lower level Illuminati niggas. I'm not with them niggas. I'm by myself. I'm a Boule. And let me tell you guys, don't never let anybody build your fucking narratives. Because people will build your narratives. You always back your shit up. Because no one has the right to take your foundation and put it in quicksand and mud and piss and shit on it. And that's what that Coffee and Kush TV nigga was trying to do. He was trying to take my content, create his own narrative, have people put a spirit on top of it, try to throw out a spirit on my shit, have them critique me, then go around and around and keep talking shit about me. Then he was trying to put spells and curses on me. He was trying to build his fucking narrative around me, then try to take my content, lower the energy of the content, lower the frequency of the content, lower the fuck what I do. And I went to school for shit and I'm educated in shit. I don't give a fuck where I come from, my background, my customs, my culture, my energy, my frequency. And then I got all these hood niggas or whatever they are, and don't take it personal, but I'm going to speak real and I'm going to speak fucking right. You got these uneducated, unconscious, unspirited hood niggas talking shit. Ha ha ha, yeah, this and that. She sound crazy. No, I don't sound crazy. I sound right, because people thought Kanye was crazy, but he was speaking real, speaking right. They always say the right is crazy, but the wrong is right. Bullshit. Bullshit. And that's why I called into the show. I couldn't find that phone number fast enough. This is why I said, don't talk shit in the comments or even online. Call in. I couldn't call in fast enough. So I called into Coffee and Kush TV and I went the fuck off, because I'm gonna take my fucking power and get back. I'm not gonna sit up and let a motherfucker sit up and talk shit, put my energy out there in the universal soul, try to twist and turn it the way they want to fucking turn it, and then get away with it? Fuck no. I called into that show. I put my frequencies and vibrations and made sure my voice hit the screen, hit the universe. This is for motherfucking way. Don't sit up and talk shit and then don't think I'm gonna call you. Don't think I'm not gonna call you. That's the thing. That's the thing that got me about the whole thing. Yes, I called in and I talk shit like a motherfucker. And my son heard it and he was like, "Well, he was muting you." Yeah, well, I guess so. But I called into the show, so I'm not a fucking hypocrite. So I had to lower myself for a minute to call into this no-nonsense, good-for-nothing ass show trying to disrespect what the fuck I do. And I sit up here and handle with real shit, people with real fucking problems, with real traumas and more. and you got this fucking coffee and Kush TV nigga trying to talk shit and make light and make jokes and trying to say someone, hell nah, that's an insult to my clients. That's an insult to people who watch me. That's an insult for people who go through trauma and harm and more. It's bullshit. They just mad because the conscious community is on bullshit right now, and they're under this masonry, this lower level black Illuminati, and they're all fighting to take Brother Polite's place, from the women to the men. Stop playing right now. So what they did was push out the higher, I'm just speaking, the higher witches, which is the Boule, and try to defame and lower them like Roland Martin. Agree or disagree is what the fuck it is. You have throughout education having any kind of, spirit to you, to these lower level niggas, that you got a whole nigga thinking he's God telling a female who she is. That's the problem. These niggas are trying to be leaders. It's all a game. They tore down everything of black people. They tore it down to recreate it. The Boule is a staple. I don't give a fuck how you feel. It is a staple energy. I'm acting water right now, but I gotta go back to my mother and I gotta speak her words. The Boule energy is a staple. That is what black people strive for. Forget all this, forget all that, forget all this, forget all that. I'm just talking the energy. Boule is a staple, and a simple fact, it kept us grounded, and it kept us striving with wealth, prosperity, energy frequencies. It kept us. I don't give a fuck what you're saying. It gave us those beautiful kitten heels, from the doo-wop dresses to our hair, to us as people. Under Boule, we stuck together. Under the black Illuminati, we're killing each other. And then you get niggas like this coffee and Kush nigga talking all this yin yang, and then these uneducates call in talking shit and don't know nothing about spirit. So I just wanted to put that out there for a minute. But yes, I called in, so I don't know if you guys go listen to the show, you will hear me or not, but I did call into the show because I had to take back Wayward's dignity from this nigga talking shit, trying to be that nigga. But he ain't nothing but a lower level nigga. Black women, stop getting with these lower level niggas. That's our problem. I got with lower level niggas. And it don't get you anywhere. Go to Boule or pull a Wendy Williams, bitch. At least, and that's the thing, because like my son, they were at the son's birthday. Do you know my own children don't want me to get with black men? Because they say that they want me to be safe. Do you know how that hurts? And my boys are black, and believe me, I try to insert and steal. And Sandy was telling me today, she said, why is it your black people that you protect so are the ones that always come at you? And to have someone call me a snitch because of Alexis telling you better go suck a dick and them balls and make sure you gargle on the damn scrotum, bitch. She basically told on herself. She's her own fucking snitch. Sandy just sat up there and read what the fuck she said. These niggas snitch on themselves. I just report the news. This is Weird Renegade Witches Block. It is up when you want some real motherfucking work done. I just kind of wanted to throw out the energy.